I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at insori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. Shall lead them.
To buy our merch.
Yes, sir, Bobbert.
Next up on the list is
Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Karn Evil 9, First Impression Part 2, 1974 California Jam, and we have got some commentary for you, dear listener.
What do you mean?
We do not have any commentary for you, dear listener.
I'm like, do you know something I don't know?
I know lots of things you don't know.
Yeah,
like for
let's
example,
not
the last
talk
song
about
we
it.
reviewed was an 11.
No, it was a 10.
Wicked Woman.
Evil man.
Wicked Woman. Here we are, dear listener. Let's do this. Let's go.
I'm not hearing anything. Oh.
Friends to the show that never ends. So glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. There they are, that fly stars a real later prize. Be careful as you pass. Move along, move along. Come inside, the show's about to start. Guaranteed to blow your head apart. Rest assured, you'll get your money's worth. Greatest show in heaven, hell, and you gotta see the show. It's a dynamo. You gotta see the show. It's rock and roll. Right before your eyes, we pull it out from the sky.
awesome.
What's that little jump call? God almighty.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Let's go.
Jeez.
Look at it, look at it. He's going to the Shaolin Temple.
Yeah.
White champagne.
Wow.
You do that with his head?
His mouth. I think. Oh, I didn't. No,
It was
you're
his
right.
mouth. Yeah, it was his mouth. Still kicking that with his feet.
I know.
Still
That's
kicking that ball with his
insane.
feet. And then he's doing this thing.
Yeah. Yo.
He needs a break now.
Oh my gosh, this is incredible.
Ooh.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
1970.
That is the best. Okay, have you seen a better drummer?
Tony Iommi,
like
1970.
length and dedication.
There was that Rush. Remember that Rush drum?
There was one where they were going all over
the
the
drum
camera.
solo.
Yeah.
The drum solo from the Rush guy.
Yeah, but how long was it? Well, that one was ridiculous, though.
That one was crazy, and I think that's it. And the Rush is another like really, really mega old school band, like from like the 70s, bro. Like.
Yeah, but is it as old as this one?
I don't know if it's as old as that one, but you know, I mean, look, the guitarist is dead and the organist is dead. Emerson suffered from neurological degenerative condition that cost him his ability to play later on in life and took his own life because damn. Remember we were talking about like monetizing your passion and people getting tired of their passion? He didn't.
Yep, clearly.
He didn't. Damn, like dude.
Wow,
that drummer. I remember seeing the dude from Rush. I'm like, there's no way it's ever going to top that. I remember saying that. I was like, there's no way it's ever going to be able to top this shit. Like
this just kept going and going and going.
And he was outside. That's the other. The dude from Rush was inside, and obviously it makes your acoustics better. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was outside at some sort of music festival or whatever. And this is another one of those songs where, I'm going to look at the lyrics to a degree, but this is another one of those songs where, like, the musicianship, particularly the drumming, just like completely.
Oh, it took over the entire song. And the thing is, when he first started his drumming, I was like, you know what? I didn't realize it, but that is the look I want to see in the face of a drummer. When it first started, like, he was in it. You could tell, like, he was feeling his music and he was going in.
1000%.
And then he didn't. And you'd think that, like, when you play for so long that your arms would get tired. You know when you're running and you're coming to the end of like, okay, you need to be done, you trip?
Yeah.
Like, you'd think that he would trip. He doesn't trip. He just plays. He's just amazing.
I don't understand how these people, and I guess it was like a solid stainless steel type drum or whatever, because like Steven was saying, he was saying that like there's like a 1-ton drum kit that he had because it was all like steel or whatever.
Wow.
Like some of this
that
shit
ain't
is
to
like,
me their person that has to carry his stuff
some
around.
of this shit is like superhuman to me, man. What's the guy's name? Carl something? What's the name of this band? I gotta look this guy up again. I'm sorry. Okay, the name of this band is Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
It was just crazy, unbelievable.
Drummer.
And he seemed really young too. Like
Carl Frederick Kendall Palmer. Okay, so he's one of the guys. Look at this dude. Okay, look at this right here. Look at that. Hold on. I just want to show people, like, here we go. Guys, check this shit out. Look at him. He is ripped, bruh.
you would have to be. How else could you survive that?
He is ripped. Like, he is in shape, and I guarantee you he's not doing it like he's ripped because of his drum playing. That's why he's ripped. I mean, this guy must have burned 50,000 quadrillion. So you see him there, like, in his glory, right? Like, raw. But, like, here's what he looks like. This is what he actually looks like. This shit is hilarious to me. Like,
This one.
these people are, like, so unassuming. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, that one's cool, too. But, like, look at this picture, y'all. Look at this picture of this guy. Okay? This is a guy that just did this shit to that instrument. Look at him. Just, hey, I'm just a nice guy.
Hey, this is me.
I just murdered this 1-ton drum kit. I'm a nice
crazy.
guy. I
That's
promise
crazy.
you. Like, it's really interesting the way that Nick set up these songs. Like, it really, really is really interesting the way he set up the songs, because it's like, you know, it's what you want the last thing in the person's head. It's the first thing you talk about, right? Like, I guarantee you, I'm sure this festival let's say it went on 2 or 3 days or something like a music festival normally does. What do you think people were talking about?
I mean, that had to have been that drumming solo.
On the drive home.
What else could it be? The drum.
What do you think people were talking about on the drive home? You don't have to be a metalhead. You don't have to know anything about music.
To appreciate that.
But I will say this. I'm sure if you're a drummer, that you can appreciate this at even deeper degrees. As a drummer, I'm sure drummers appreciate this like a lot more than regular people like me and you.
Oh, for sure.
Me and you would be appreciating it. But I'm certain of that.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't matter. You don't even have to be that type of you just witnessed something special. And like, that's the other thing is like, I'm not like I was there with Slipknot. It was 2001, and they had the Call the Pledge of Allegiance tour. 9/11 just happened. And Joey, rest in peace to the homie, by the way.
Is that the one where they were doing tattoos outside? No, that was
Tattoo
the Earth.
Joey was in this like hydraulic drumming sort of cage or whatever.
I only heard about it, but
and he was like, and I was, you know me, we were always front row, and so like they pushed it out and then they put it up and it was like. And he was like, he was strapped into the chair, obviously, and he was doing double kick. It was the craziest thing I'd ever seen in my entire life. It was the craziest thing I'd ever seen at the time. And at the time, you know, Slipknot was like, they have, you know, they got people just ramming, you know what I'm saying? So you almost kind of miss out on how amazing the drummer is because I don't know if you want to say you're distracted or whatever, but when he got up there and did that shit by himself, it was like, yo, this kid, and he's small. Like this guy, you know, he was, but Joey was small. He was small. He's smaller than Homegirl. He was about her size, basically,
really?
like an inch above her. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And he just seeing something like that live, like there's no words to like even put in. And the hydraulics were crazy, but he ended up just completely stealing like that moment, and it wasn't just the hydraulics. You just knew that, yo, this shit is special.
That was his moment.
But this guy, this is like, I don't know when this happened. This looks like the 70s or some shit like that, or 80s, like mega old school dude, and like, none of the bells and whistles. No disrespect to Joey, none of the bells and whistles. None of the flair because it was just like a daytime show, and the dude, the other dude from Rush, great dude as well, but he was inside, and it was great cameras, you know, so you're picking up. This was in probably the 70s or 80s. You know, bad camera from our modern standards. Outside. No bells and whistles in the daytime, so you can't even set the mood. 1974. Look at what he did. And boom. Like, you gotta get. I hate to compare people, and somebody always has to lose. But I'm gonna have to say, with all of those factors,
they win.
I'm gonna have to give it to this guy, man.
Yep, I agree.
I'm gonna have to give it to this guy, and I agree with.
This is the best one I've ever seen.
I agree with Smoke, who says everybody was great in their own right and all that stuff. Abso-freaking-lutely. But as far as my experience, and I was there. I was feet away from Joey when he was doing that shit.
Right.
As far as my experience,
you gotta go.
This was the craziest shit I've ever seen.
And I don't know what it was talking about lyrically. But every time, you know, welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. And so it kept talking about, like, the show and stuff. So I don't know lyrically what else it's about. I just know when it talked about the show and then it went into that drum thing, it was like, that's all I remembered is something about a show and then the show started, you know?
Big facts.
Yeah, the drummer just took over everything.
Big facts. Yeah. And what I'm going to do, though, lyrically is... this is a part 2. So when we do part 1, I want to combine the two because I think the lyrics will be even crazier and make a lot more sense. I'm still going to say that for 2022, the song of the year was the song that we just listened to, which was, it was a brilliant song called Roundabout. But this is, I'm sorry, I've never done this before. You've done this before, but I've never done this before. This has got to be another 11 from me. You need the first impression part 1 to make sense of the lyrics. Exactly. So I'm going to hold off on the lyrics, but I'm going to say this is another 11 from me. I've never given back-to-back 11s in the history of our channel in the 4 or 5 years since we've been recording. So I still got to say, the song of the year currently is Yes, Roundabout. But this is another 11 for me. I'm sorry, had to do it.
This is an 11 for me as well.
Oh!
It has to be. You cannot get out of that song without it being an 11. I mean, the drummer was just, he took the whole thing.
Never
took the
seen
whole
it.
thing. It's incredible.
Unbelievable. Just adverse.
And we barely ever talk about drums. Like, it's, we throw
never.
it in there sometimes, but it's not really something. This is just, it was unavoidable. It was in your friggin' face. Yep,
Yeah,
very good.
With adverse conditions.
Yep,
like,
well done.
Unbelievable.
Well done, young man. Well, old man now.
Shout out to the homie. Welcome to the 11th space, sir. Very few people. Now, I'm sure in all of your accomplishments, Mr. Drummer Person, Carl.
This will be the best.
This will be the pinnacle you've reached. You have reached reached Mount Zion. You've reached the pinnacle of your career, sir. And
You've
11 from Vincent. You've been recognized by the Academy.
And Sori.
There you are, dear listener. Vin out.
Sori out.
Go.